Hey everybody, Tony Mejia here. Welcome in to the Wager Talk TV YouTube channel. I am going to be talking about Euro 2024, a wonderful soccer tournament that begins on Friday with host Germany starting things off against Scotland. And on Saturday, Group B, aka the Group of Death, kicks off. And it's called the Group of Death because anybody that knows anything about soccer can take one look at all the groups and tell you, wow, Group B is the toughest. It is loaded. Even Albania, which is universally panned as the weakest team in the group, has a lot of talent and could surprise a couple of these teams. But you've got a Croatian squad that has proven itself on the World Cup stage time and time again over the last decade, being called the third best team in this group behind juggernauts Italy and Spain, who are also part of this group. We're going to be talking about group odds, and then I'm going to set myself up to be the subject of hate mail from Italians all around the globe, since our two best bets here will be looking to fade Italy as they try to move forward from this group of death. The favorite in this Group B is Spain. They are minus 145. I wouldn't lay any money on Spain either. Not that I don't think they can win, but at minus 145, given the level of competition, it's just not worth it to me. They did come off of friendly victories this month over Andorra and Northern Ireland by a count of 10-1. So certainly they should be ready to play. Italy is at plus 235 to win the group. Croatia is at plus 450, and Albania is at plus 2,200. Let's talk about Albania first. Brazilian Silvinho is the coach, has been since the beginning of 2023. They beat Liechtenstein and Azerbaijan 6-1 by a combined margin of 6-1 to open June. And really a pretty good team. And they face Italy right out of the gate. And the reason why that's important is because all of Albania's best players are really play substantial roles in Italy's Serie A. Berat Jimishvili plays at Atalanta, which just won the Europa League. Alcide Hisaj from Lazio is part of the defense. Marash Kumbula from Roma, he's property of Roma, he plays at Sassuolo. Adrian Ismaili is also in Serie A. Christian Islani from Serie A champion Inter is on midfield. Nadim Bayrami from Sassuolo. So all these guys are going to be playing the Italian national team, having intimate knowledge of the guys that they'll be playing against, and they'll be right out of the gate, and they should be prepared to go. Would not be surprising if this Sunday matchup is very competitive, even though Albania is expected to lose. And up front, you've got Ray Minai, who excelled in Turkey after flopping at Watford. He was a goal-scoring machine in Turkey this past season. So, he's somebody that people are excited to watch. And Armando Broja, English-born, Chelsea-owned. He's got a lot of Premier League teams sniffing around him, waiting to see what he does in this tournament against elite competition. Broja is somebody to keep an eye out for. And again, this Albania team, no pushover, even though they're plus 2,200. And that's only because their workload in this group is going to be so substantial that by the time they get to the third match, you figure that they will be suffering due to a lack of depth, because that's the one advantage that all these teams, the Italys and the Spains and Croatias have on Albania, is depth. Croatia's at plus 450. They just won at Portugal 2-1. Cristiano Ronaldo played in that game. Zlatko Dalic, the head coach there, he's in his tenure led Croatia to a runner-up finish in the 2018 World Cup, a third-place finish in the 2022 World Cup, a European Championship round of 16 berth last time out, and now a clear qualification to this tournament. Their goalkeeper is Dominik Livakovic, who plays at Fenerbahce, one of the best teams in Turkey. Just got taken over by Jose Mourinho, the great one. So he is somebody that plays at a high level. One of the best defenders in the world plays for this team. Josip Gvardiol from Man City. Josip Stanisic from Leverkusen is part of this defense. Everybody knows 38-year-old Luka Modric from Real Madrid. He's on the backside of his career, but still playing at a high level. He'll be in midfield with Mateo Kovacic and Lavro Mayer. Marcelo Brozovic, who plays at Al Nassr with Cristiano Ronaldo, has been operating at a high level forever. Mateo Kovacic and Andrej Kramaric up front for Croatia, and they've got depth and they're loaded. They actually would not surprise me if they win this group. So if you want to take a shot at them at plus 450, that's worth backing as well as a long shot. The favorites are Spain. They are minus 145. Like I said, no interest in that simply because of how loaded this group is. I don't think anybody should be betting on the betting favorite given the rate of return, and you're paying juice in at minus 145. Again, not worth it to me. Luis de la Fuente is their coach. He had a really difficult time cutting down his roster given all of the talent in Spain. He's worked with the National League program for over a decade with the under-19s, under-21s, under-23s, and since taking over in December of 2022, he's amassed a 10-2-2 record. You've heard of Rodri and Pedri in the middle. 16-year-old Barcelona star Yamin Lamal is on this team. Mikel Oyarzabal, Ferran Torres, Joselu, Alvaro Morata is the captain. Dani Carvajal and Nacho from Real Madrid are part of the defense. I mean, this is a loaded squad. David Raya from Arsenal is the goalie. So, they're going to be tough to stop. But again, I wouldn't back them as the favorite here, which leads us to Italy and why we're fading them. And so our best bets for this video and Group B is Italy plus 170 to get ousted in the round of 16. So that means they qualify out of this round, but immediately get beat in the knockout stage. That is at plus 170. And the reason why I think that that's the best bet is because I think they'll probably get enough to be one of the better third place finishers, or even maybe finish second, but ultimately they're fighting an uphill battle that will force them to lose in their first knockout stage game. You can also bet them to miss out on the knockout stages altogether and be eliminated in the group stage, and that gets you plus 500. And one of the reasons why I'm down on Italy is their defensive line has been knocked by injuries, just completely decimated. Giorgio Scalvini is out. Francesco Cervi is out. Rafael Toloi also going to miss this tournament, all due to injuries. They've got some guys who can replace them. Matteo Darmian, the veteran, is part of that. Alessandro Bastoni and young Riccardo Cagliafiori are going to be counted on to step up in those absences, but it's just not as deep a unit as they would otherwise be without all these injuries. And they got Jorginho and David Frattesi, Lorenzo Pellegrini in the middle, Nicolo Barella, Brian Cristante. So they're loaded in the middle. Up front, they've got Gianluca Scamacca, who's done a really nice job at Atalanta this year. Giacomo Raspadori's on this bunch, and so is Federico Chiesa. So they've got some strikers up front. But again, I think the depth will not be there for Italy. And so it would not surprise me if they finish behind Croatia and Spain in this group and then ultimately get knocked out in the knockout stage. That pays, like I said, plus 170. And then if you want to just fade them completely to fail to get out of the group stage, which will happen if they fail to get a positive result, and that's all 3 points out of this Albania match, which I think will be tough right out of the gate, then the plus 500 could come into play. Best match of this group, in my opinion, comes immediately on Saturday at Olympic Stadium in Munich, where Spain will meet Croatia. That's going to be a cracker of a match. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any Euro 2024 preview videos. We're going to have individual match recaps from all of our soccer experts. We will also have previews and individual match stuff for Copa America, which begins next week. MLS and is also going off right now, as are the NBA and Stanley Cup playoffs, regular season MLB and the WNBA. So if you want it capped, MMA, all of our niche sports, golf, we got you covered here at Wager Talk TV. Just make sure you're subscribing and liking these free videos. We've got site-wide specials. I know we got a week for something like $69 or $64 actually at Sportsmemo, where you can get a week's worth of all access that's worth looking into. You can get a 3-day pass from me at $20 off by using coupon code TM30day, TM30DAY. So make sure that you are perusing the site and taking advantage of what we have to offer. Let's make some money this summer. Follow me on Twitter at Mejia Dinero. Check out my page at sm.buzz/TDM for free plays and packages. And once again, please make sure you're subscribed and smashing that like button for us so we can continue to bring you great content. Once again, I'm Tony Mejia from sportsmemo.com. Thanks for watching and enjoy the tournament.